So IAG Global is an organisation for members to cross-refer work together, and the way that you do that most effectively is by knowing each other. And so this is our first face-to-face event since the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic. So it's been so exciting, the fact that everybody's been able to come to Chester for this. So the point is to grow those relationships. We've got our business session today where we're doing the business side of things, but everything is all about having those relationships so that people understand each other and can cross-refer work throughout the world to each other.
That's fantastic. It's a 3-day event then. What's happening over the 3 days?
So we started yesterday, so Aaron and Partners are our hosts for this event, and we have a different host for every assembly we do. So yesterday the sunshine came out and we went to Aaron's office for welcome drinks, and then we moved on to Chester Cathedral and we had opera from the Welsh National Opera and an amazing Italian dining experience, and everybody was just amazing. Chester Cathedral is such a beautiful building that it was just fabulous to be there. And then today we have our business session, and then we get to go to Chester Zoo in a little while. So that's
just tell me that again, just today.
Love that. So today's our business session, and that's when we get the business side of things done, and then we have a break for a couple of hours and we're off to Chester Zoo this evening. So we've got a private tour.
Chester Zoo isn't any old zoo, is it?
No, absolutely. It's a fantastic location, and there's a lot of people that have never been to the UK before, and so they'll never have visited Chester Zoo before. So we've got a private tour there. And they'll be explaining a lot about what they do for the ecology and sustainability. They're so hot on that. And then we've got dinner in Oakfield House, so it's typical English pub grub. So again, a lot of our delegates won't have experienced that before. And then tomorrow we start a nice early start at 9:45. We're off to the River Dee, and we're going on the Lady Diana for an hour's trip down the River Dee and back again. And then there's about half-hour break and off to Cheshire Polo. And that's all before our gala dinner when we come back to the Chester Grosvenor, and we've got our gala dinner, black tie dinner tomorrow night. And for those that are really enthusiastic, on Sunday morning there's a run or a guided walk of the walls. I know, I'm not planning on going to that one, I have to say. But yes, so we've got a really packed agenda for all of our delegates, which has been so long in the planning, because we started planning this way before we even knew a pandemic was going to come, and it was been delayed at least twice, so it's fantastic.
Are you proud to host this event?
Oh, absolutely. So I've only been with IAG Global since January, but I'm very close with Aaron and Partners, and so I know all of the team that have been putting this together. So the fact that we're here, it's just such an amazing experience, and our members are thoroughly enjoying it, and the board are really, really pleased with it. So as part of the executive office, my job is to make sure that the board are happy, that our members are happy, and it's definitely going extremely well.
Fantastic. What's the significance, what's the importance of events like these?
It's all about that relationship building. So
Can I say, events like these are all about, because I might not have my voice on it.
Okay, so events like these are all about relationship building. As I mentioned a bit earlier, you can't refer work to people you don't know. You need to know, like and trust them. And these face-to-face events, we build those relationships. We've had members that have been part of IAG for years and years and years, as well as lots of new members as well that have never met anybody else. So these events are so important for everybody to get together, grow those relationships, get to see the business session live. Teams was great, it worked for what it had to do, but it doesn't have the same impact as the conversations that we can have here, and they're much deeper conversations when you're face to face, so it's just so good to be back again.
Absolutely lovely. Anything you want to add, Jude?
Just the fact that we've had our Chester event today, and then we've got Chicago in October, then we're going to be in France in March next year. So we hold these events every 3 years. We hold these events 3 a year. And it's just, like I say, brilliant for everybody to be able to get together. And we have a different member hosting every time. So they organise it, and then the executive office and the board support them and make sure that the business session happens, and we get to enjoy it all with all our members and create those relationships with them as well.